Our first presenters are from Mabion. They are Adam Pietruszkiewicz, Chief Commercial Officer and also Management Board Member, Edyta Bartuszek-Czubek, Analytics Development Division Manager and Upstream and Downstream Process Development Division Manager, and Marta Bednarek, Director of Manufacturing and Operations. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Perry. Okay, so before we jump into the presentation, welcome everyone. Before we jump in, I'd like to invite you to, of course, visit us in the upcoming Bio International show, where you can enjoy a cup of coffee on us. We're at booth number 5735, so looking forward to seeing you there. And first poll question, and it's an interesting one, given the times that we're living in right now. Are you contingency planning for suppliers on current projects outside in global regions with geopolitical concerns? So please let us know, and let's move on into the presentation. So a few words about Mabion, who we are, about the team, the history of where Mabion came from, our focus on quality, a quick case study of our cooperation with Novavax, which has recently been in the news, and the list of services offered. We will also connect to a couple of my colleagues inside the plant, where they will show and tell about specific areas in the organization itself. So going into about us, who we are. Mabion has a history of over 17 years and a great wealth of development and manufacturing of biologic drugs. Specifically, the company started as a biosimilar developer, and over the last few years, we've transformed ourselves into a pure focused end-to-end CDMO services company. We have a very highly focused team with expertise, and our quality management system covering GMP, GLP, GCP, and ISO has been inspected by multiple authorities and clients during the last 17 years. Our company is based in Poland, specifically right in the middle of Poland, in a city called Łódź. We are about 1.5 hours drive from the Warsaw airport. We have two sites. Our main production facility site is a couple kilometers away from a secondary site focusing on GLP certified bioanalytical studies. I'll tell you more about that in a second. This is the layout of our main facility. As you can see, we have over 2,000 square meters in the production manufacturing area. But in addition, we have a vast area in research and development and quality control. Also, obviously, office spaces to augment the capabilities. Our team is made up of almost 250 highly skilled employees, of which you can see around 70% are focused in the development, quality, regulatory, and manufacturing areas. The remaining maintenance and administrative functions make up the rest of the team. And obviously, we have a team of 9 people in the business development with whom, of course, you would be happy to have you contact us directly. Now, a bit about the history and the transformation of Mabion into a CDMO. There's a clear, distinct line from when the company was a biosimilar developer up until the early 2020s. And as the pandemic was unraveling, we also had a role in fighting this pandemic with signing a very significant contract for production of vaccines for Novavax. This was the initial step for Mabion into the transformation of becoming a CDMO player. Now, our Biologics CDMO is fully focused on the quality that we offer to our clients and the quality under which we operate the organization. As you can see here on this slide, we have in our main plant, we have GMP certification and ISO certification. In our secondary plant, we have GLP certification, and everything is managed under GCP. The company has been audited by a number of authorities and a number of times, including audits by clients as well as European-based GMP certification authorities. We became certified by GMP back in 2012, so we have a long history with our certifications. Now, a bit about the case study with Novavax, which I mentioned. So our cooperation with Novavax started in 2021. Then in March 2021, in October 2021, we signed a long-term manufacturing agreement, which has been ongoing until present. During this time, we have had many successful accomplishments in this cooperation, starting with the tech transfer in the lab scale and the analytics and process transfer, where everything was accomplished within 3 months and ahead of schedule. And in the main production of the drug substance that we produce for Novavax, we had a 100% success rate with 0 failed batches. Novavax has issued a very positive recommendation letter, which obviously illustrates this long-term relationship with our key client. And now let us jump into the offering that we have for Biologic CDMO services. So we do cover end-to-end services, starting from lab scale activities all the way through clinical and commercial scale manufacturing and fill finish capabilities as well. And before I go into the details, let me connect to Edyta, who will tell us more about the tech transfer and upstream development processes at Mabion. Edyta?
Thank you, Adam. Hello, everyone. I'm Edyta, and I'm going to give you a general overview connected with our possibilities related to tech transfer. We are currently in a USP laboratory where main activities connected with the upstream process transfers take place. Dependently from the stage at which the client decides to transfer his process to us, we are able to develop, optimize, or scale up the process. When we optimize or develop the process, we are working in the 10 ml scale. After definition of optimal process parameters, we scale them up into 10-liter bioreactors. What is important at Mabion, we have possibilities to conduct upstream processes in 2 different technologies, in the stirred tank, and the second one is orbital shaken. Of course, during the entire technology transfer for upstream processes, we monitor cell growth, productivity, as well as product quality. And that's all from this part, and I'm passing the voice back to Adam. Thank you.
Thank you, Edyta. So once the tech transfer is complete, obviously the next step in the process is large-scale production. And Marta will tell us and show us more about this in more detail.
Thank you, Adam. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marta, and I'm going to introduce you to upstream part of our facility. I'm in D-class bioreactor room with Cytiva's Accelerex and Qner's orbital shaking single-use bioreactor systems. There are complete seeding trains in place, starting with 50 liters, going through 200 liters, ending with 200 liters of production bioreactors. The bioreactors are being fed by gravity from the medium preparation room above. And this room is also connected to 3 independent big class inoculation rooms where previous cell culturing steps are carried out. Our current bioreactor capacity is over 10,000 liters. What's worth mentioning is that manufacturing and R&D teams work with same equipment, same vendors for a critical devices such as bioreactors or chroma skids. Thanks to that, the scale-up processes may not be as complicated as it seems. The most challenging is usually upstream part, and this is why we take advantage of dedicated scale-up platform with a proper planning at the very beginning of process development, which results with solid data set. The bioreactor scaler software gives us reliable process parameters ranges for the final production, and it has a really high probability of success. What's important is that we are able to work with different mammalian and insect expression systems. And among our capabilities, there are multiple filtration and purification methods that can be easily adjusted for a specific purpose and projects. Thank you. Let's go back to Adam.
Thank you, Marta. That was a great presentation. And now back to Edyta, who will tell us more about the R&D for tech transfer for downstream processes. Edyta?
Yes, thank you, Adam. Now we are in the space dedicated for downstream processing. For purification stages, we use automated solutions based on filtration and chromatographic techniques. Thanks to having such equipment as ECTA Crossflow and 3-ECTA Advance, we are able to conduct some chromatographic steps simultaneously or to ensure the shortest possible hold times in between them. What is also important at Mabion, we have the same devices in manufacturing scale, so we are able to easily transfer and scale up the processes. Similarly to the upstream processes, the scale of it, we are able to develop and optimize the processes in 1 ml pre-packed columns and scale the processes up to the in-house packed columns with the volume up to 100 ml. Of course, we can also transfer the process directly into the columns with the expected bed height. What is also important, as I mentioned before, the entire process is connected with the analytics and monitored by analytics. So at Mabion, we have a wide panel of analytical methods for structural, physical, chemical, and mechanism of action assessment of obtained products. Thank you, and I pass the voice to Adam.
Thank you, Edyta, and thank you so much. And now back to Marta, who is in a different part of our plant in the drug product area. So Marta, tell us about our fill finish capabilities.
Hello again. I'm in a D-class washing and sterilization room this time with our state-of-the-art fully automated filling line built in isolator technology with vials, washer, and sterilization tunnel. The line is equipped with disposable system for dosing needles and product contact parts, including feeding. It is compatible with 2 to 100 R vials with capacity of 6,010 R vials per hour. In Mabion, we offer both DS and DP services, what is an obvious advantage due to no logistics or extra handling required. Thank you all. Adam?
Thank you, Marta. Okay, so let's jump back into the presentation. We only have a few minutes left, so I will go through it quite quickly, but obviously please do contact me or the rest of the VD team to get more insight and more details. So just to underline, the way that we work with our clients is through a project management. Dedicated project manager handles the cooperation from the start of the project all the way through the finish line. And now just going through the various elements of our offer. First, the clinical commercial manufacturing. Again, both the upstream process and downstream process. We do have the capabilities of up to 10,000 liters in total for upstream process, and our downstream process has various different types of filtration systems here in place. Next, the fill finish capabilities, which Marta just showed us. So a new capability, new facility available for your fill finish needs. Process development. So Edita talked about some parts of our offering here. Again, upstream process development and downstream process development. We do have analytical methods and development and validation, a wide array of capabilities in this area. Next, the drug characterization and release testing. We do have these services again under the same roof, so it does streamline and expedite the process rather than outsourcing it to third parties. Next, preclinical and clinical analytics. It's quite unique that we have this capability. We have this capability in our second site, and obviously we are more than happy to offer these services. And all of this that I just mentioned is managed or there's oversight by our regulatory team, which helps with various different technical questions which our clients may have as the project progresses. So thank you, everyone. Let's see if I have any questions. I don't see any questions, but unless there are any, please do contact us directly. And again, hope to see you all on our booth 5735 in the upcoming Bio in San Diego, where we can enjoy a cup of coffee together. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Great presentation. We do have there's a great comment in there, and let me offer a couple questions for you though. We seem to have a few minutes. Do you only provide end-to-end services, or are you open to only a clinical or only a commercial manufacturing project?
So we do offer both end-to-end, but also there is definitely a pick and choose capability. So we are keen to sit with our clients and see what offering they need and customize our offering to fit those needs.
This one is about the future plans you might have. Do you have any near future plans to increase your capacity?
We actually just did. So we increased our capacity end of last year by installing new bioreactors and new fill finish line. In the next, let's say, midterm, we will be filling this capacity with our clients, and in the mid to long term, we do plan on significantly increasing our capacity by building a second plant next to our current plant. We already have the blueprints ready for that, so that will be the next big capacity increase on our end.
We have a great question from Nara. What is your? Well, we have more than one question now. They're rolling in, Adam. We're going to not get to them all, but let's get to Nara's. Can you talk a little bit about your contamination control strategy?
Ooh, contamination. So I'm definitely not the right person to talk about that because I don't have the details. But if I do have the name, I will definitely come back to answer that question with the right person.
Okay. And the questions are rolling in. We're running a little short on time. I'm going to ask you one more question, but you'll see the questions in there. I'm sorry we can't get to them all, but you'll be able to follow up with them after the event today. Lots of interest in Mabion. One final one. Of course, we're all grateful for your work with Novavax. That's probably an understatement. But if I was interested to work with you, can I contact Novavax and speak to them about how that is going?
Absolutely, and we were more than happy to give you specific names of the people who we've been interacting with over the years. Absolutely, they're quite open to having such discussions.
Excellent. So I'm sorry we can't get to everyone's questions, but I'm sure that Adam and the team will be able to follow up with you afterwards. Great presentation. Thank you for the great tour as well, looking at some of your capabilities there. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you.